Mind games are a part of the title race in F1, and it has been a vital component in all the biggest rivalries in F1 history. Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton and Red Bull's Max Verstappen are the two title protagonists this year, and many feel that the gloves are finally coming off after Lewis Hamilton made some comments about Max. Both Max Verstappen and Red Bull team principal Christian Horner have now responded as well. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Horner dismisses Hamilton's nonsense comments. This particular war of words was set in motion when Lewis Hamilton was asked about McLaren CEO Zak Brown's suggestion that Lewis and Max might not always give each other space when racing wheel to wheel. I think I've done well to avoid all the incidents so far, but we've got 19 more races to go and we could connect. Hopefully not. I think the good thing is that I think there is a nice balance and amount of respect between us. He further explained how he and Max are at different points in their careers. I think perhaps Max feels he has a lot to prove. I'm not necessarily in the same boat there, and I'm more long-term. It's a marathon, not a sprint sort of mentality, which is ultimately why I have the stats that I have. So I'll continue with that, and I'll do everything to make sure that we avoid connecting. Max Verstappen responded to Hamilton's a lot to prove comments, and gave his thoughts about the two possibly crashing into each other. I have nothing to prove. Avoiding contact is something that comes from both sides. So far, it has gone well. I don't know what else to say either. We haven't crashed yet, have we? Apparently, such statements create headlines. His team principal, Christian Horner, didn't hold back when reacting to Hamilton's comments. Lewis loves that nonsense. Just let him do his thing. Max is doing his own thing. And the fact that Lewis has to do that probably shows that Max has him under his thumb. He summed up his words by looking at the excitement factor associated with this rivalry. And we're just at the beginning. Can you imagine what it will be like if these two are still so close in the final races? Fast feed. Red Bull's Sergio Perez has stated that all the pressure is coming from himself. He really wants to deliver to the maximum. He added that the team hasn't put him under any pressure. He knows what kind of job he has to do. Alpine CEO Laurent Rossi feels that their driver Esteban Ocon is doing everything to make Rossi consider keeping him in the team. He also revealed that at the moment he's considering obviously Esteban, as they mentioned earlier on. Furthermore, Fernando Alonso is here next year with them, so if they want to carry on the momentum they have, they'll do that. Christian Horner has stated that McLaren CEO Zak Brown has said that Max and Lewis will crash so many times now that you'd almost get the impression he wishes it. Horner added that Max and Lewis have come close a few times in recent races, and they've shown it's possible without crashing. He also added that if the battle for the World Championship remains as exciting as they all hope, then the pressure will be higher and with it the chance of contact. He further thinks that it always brings a lot of risk, but both drivers are smart enough not to do stupid things. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has pointed out that there have been similar situations in the past where the grey areas in the regulations have been questioned, as was the case with the DAS. He also added that the door is open for a protest with regards to flexible rear wings. That's not only for them, because there are at least 2 more teams who feel wronged. However, a protest creates a messy situation just when the FAA wants to come up with a solution, surmised Toto. McLaren team principal Andreas Seidel has stated that from their point of view there is no reason to announce it now regarding the flexible wings. He added that several teams have already taken advantage of something that McLaren think is against the regulations. They have already had that advantage for a number of races, and McLaren are really not happy about that. Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto has confirmed that yes, they are exploiting the regulations around flexible wings. He thinks that all the teams are exploiting somehow what's possible and what they believe is right. And he further feels the FIA technical directive is clarifying furthermore, and they will need to slightly adapt. Will Ocon be racing for Alpine again in 2022? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.